Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today I'm going to take you through a full body mobility and stretch routine. There are so many different ways you could use this as your warm up before your workout, morning wake up routine, midday stretch break, or maybe a nighttime wind down to help you relax after a long day. There are no rules here. Do whatever you see fit and what works best for you today. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright guys, to start we're going to come down to any comfortable seated position. You could stay standing, but we're going to make our way down to the floor anyways, so might as well just start off down here. So sit up nice and tall, roll those shoulders back. If you've done my videos before, you know I like to start from the top of the body and work our way down. So we'll start with some neck circles, 3 in each direction. Go nice and slow, tuck your chin down to your chest. Swipe your chin across your collarbone toward your right shoulder. Look as far as you can over that right shoulder and bring your chin up and over as if you were drawing a rainbow over to your other shoulder. Again, looking as far as you can. Swipe across the collarbone down to the center. We'll go 2 more in that direction. Keep it nice and slow. You don't want to rush through these. Really try and isolate the movement to your neck rather than aggressively rolling your head around. Other way, swiping the chin across the collarbone, creating that stretch in the side of the neck. Rainbow all the way over to the other shoulder. If you're having any pain at the back of this movement, just scale it back and maybe start with small circles and work on increasing your range of motion. Again, keeping this nice and slow, breathing through the tension, staying mindful and working within your own pain-free range of motion. There we go. Next, I'm going to go down to the wrist first since we're already here and we'll be on our hands and knees quite a bit. So we want to prep our wrist. Go ahead and keep your hand as flat as you can, elbows tucked into your side. Go ahead and hold onto your forearm with your other arm to prevent any rotation. And we're going to draw circles with our wrist. So as big as you can go, try not to curl those fingers. Palm is flat. Imagine you're holding your phone right here on the top of your forearm. You don't want that phone to fall and crack, then you gotta get a new screen. It's not fun. We'll go about 5 circles in each direction. Go ahead and switch sides. You may be getting some snaps and pops in the wrist, and that's totally fine. That's due to our daily habits. Most of us are stuck at a computer all day, or maybe we're scrolling through Instagram. I don't know your life, so go ahead and shake that hand out. We'll go ahead and move to the other side. So again, tap that elbow, palm is nice and flat. We're balancing our phone right here on our forearm. The biggest circles you can draw. Really try not to curl those fingers. You may naturally want to do that. This is my bad side. And we'll go about 5 each direction, but who's counting? Go ahead and switch. There you go. Go ahead and shake that hand out. Do a little bit more work on the wrist. Go ahead and place your palms down with your fingers pointing back at you. We're gently going to rock back and forth, getting a nice stretch right here on the tops of your forearms. rocking back. Keep it nice and easy. Really try and keep the palm of your heel down on the floor. Work on isolating that stretch. Now go ahead and flip your palms to where the back side of your hand is down, your palms facing up towards you, fingers are stretched out. Be gentle and don't put too much weight down in this position, but get enough to where you can feel that stretch right here. And from here, we're just gonna make some fists. So try and curl your fingers in, big stretch, and relax. We'll do about 5. Again, we'll shake those hands out. Next, we're gonna go into some shoulder drops. So we're on our knees, take your hands out nice and wide. And all we're gonna do is drop our shoulder down. So when we're coming down, you don't wanna roll your shoulder forward like this. You wanna keep your shoulders pinned back as we drop down to the floor. Take a big breath at the bottom. And back to the middle, coming down on the other side. Really breathe through that tension. You should be getting a nice stretch in the shoulder and chest. Really stay grounded through your hands. Open up your fingers and press into the floor. Stay as intentional as you can with these movements. It's really easy to just flow through them kind of mindlessly. If you stay mentally engaged, you can really get more out of your stretch and mobility work. Take some time to notice how your body moves and feels through these positions. And we'll go two more. So 1 to each side. Remember, we're not letting that shoulder roll forward, keeping everything pinned back. Nice. So next, we're gonna go into our kneeling spinal waves. So we'll start back kind of like in a child's pose. Take a big breath right here. And from here, we'll lift the hips and pull your sternum up to the ceiling. Squeeze those glutes, drop the hips, and lift your chest and chin up to the ceiling. Big breath right here. Tuck your chin back in, push your upper back and sternum to the ceiling, and back down to that child's pose. If this is the first time doing a spinal wave, it might feel a little uncoordinated and jerky, and that's totally okay. It takes some time to build and develop strength and control, but I promise you it is worth the time and effort. You will move better, feel stronger, and just go through your life without those daily nagging aches and pains that we just can't seem to shake. Let's do 2 more. All right, guys. Next, we have a tripod thoracic rotation. So we'll come into our tripod position. We'll start in a half kneeling, and then bring your hands down just on the inside of that foot. So I got my left foot out in front of me. I'm gonna use my left hand I'm gonna reach down toward the floor. You should be getting a big hip stretch right here. And then I'll push through my ground arm, reach and open up, try and touch the ceiling. I'm reaching all the way through my fingertips. We'll come back down, reach toward the floor, and push, open up that chest and thoracic spine, reach to the ceiling. If you take anything from this video, really try and move with as much intention as you can. You will really get the most bang for your buck just by staying mentally engaged in your mobility practice. Here we go, last one. There we go. So we'll switch and set that up on the other side. So right here, strong half kneeling position. My feet are screwed in and pushing into the floor. Hands just on the inside of that foot. Reach down toward the floor, open up those hips. And then push, open up, touch the ceiling, reaching all the way to the fingertips. And we'll do one more. Feel free to take some time and explore these movements however you want to. There are no rules. You can linger in the stretch, linger in any movement you want to. This is your workout. I'm just here to give you a guide. All right, next we're gonna go into a half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So again, we're back in this half kneeling position. My feet are screwed into the floor. This time, instead of hinging forward, I'm gonna get nice and tall, really pressing into the ground through this back foot, squeezing my glutes and tucking my tailbone underneath me to create the stretch down the front of my down leg. So from here, I'm just gonna take a few big breaths. Really trying to breathe into this stretch and create space and open up my hip flexors. And we'll switch sides. I see it a lot where people are just they get into the stretch and they hold it for a second and it's a little uncomfortable, so they get out of it. Stay in it, work through that discomfort. It's not gonna feel like someone's tickling you, like you're tight right here. So just breathe through that discomfort, open up, pushing your feet into the floor, squeeze those glutes to get your tailbone underneath you. Keep that chest nice and tall. And breathe, just breathe. Remember, if any of these movements are causing you pain, please stop and scale it back. Maybe don't push so far right now. You can always come back to this video, work on it, and see how you progress through your mobility practice. We're gonna go through that one more time on each side. Pushing your feet into the floor, tuck your tailbone underneath you. This time I'm gonna take the same side as my down leg and just reach up to the ceiling and slightly over to the side. I'm just gonna floss back and forth. All right, go ahead and switch, same thing on the other side. Just a different angle. Staying tall, tuck that tailbone, reach up all the way through the fingertips. And slight bend over to the side. I'm working up quite a sweat, just rolling through some stretches. All right, next we'll sit back on our hips, keeping our spine nice and long. You can place your hands behind you if you need some assistance. Think about keeping the bottoms of your feet screwed into the floor. From here, pull the right leg down. Left leg is gonna follow. Stay nice and tall. In this 90-90 position, we're gonna lean and hinge from the hips over the front leg. Really pull your chest down to your leg. Back up, hands behind you if you need it. Switch sides, really pull your knees and feet to the floor. Stay long through your spine. Hinge at the hips. Pull your chest down over that front leg. If you want to add a little bit of a challenge, take your hands off the floor and swivel from side to side. Same thing, stand long through the spine. I'll do one more to each side. Feel free to keep doing this movement and exploring it. Find whichever variation works for you today. Long spine, hinge, and breathe. We are always breathing. Nice. Next, we'll go ahead and stay down in this position. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Sit up as tall as you can. You don't want to round out and collapse into your body. Maintain as much spinal integrity as you can. Sit up tall and pull those knees down to the floor. As far as you can go, you should be feeling a big stretch right here in the inner thigh. Really focus on your breathing. It really does make a world of a difference. Instead of holding your breath, take a big breath in through your nose and slowly let go. Allowing yourself to sink a bit deeper into that stretch with every breath. Alright, we're almost done. We only have a few more stretches to go. This is one of my personal favorites, so we'll lay back. Go ahead and take your arms out to a T. I'm going to have you cross your right ankle over your left knee. From here, you're going to drop your leg down toward the left side. Take your left hand, grab the top of your knee, and gently pull down. And look back at your right hand, palm is facing up to the ceiling. You should be getting a big stretch through the side body, up into your chest, and maybe even into your bicep. Just take a few deep breaths right here. right, go ahead and bring it back to the middle. Crossing the left ankle over the right knee. This time we're doing the opposite, bringing the legs down to the right side this time. Take your right hand, grab the top of your knee, and reach back with that left arm, palm facing up to the ceiling. Take a few big, deep breaths. And we'll come out of that. We are almost done. Next, go ahead and hug your thigh. And we're gonna draw some circles with our ankle and explore our ankle mobility. Draw as big of a circle as you can get. And really go looking for those tight spots and those limited ranges you have. Let's go 5 in each direction. The other way. Again, this shouldn't be painful. Stay mindful and intentional with every movement. This all has a purpose, and you will really get so much more out of your mobility training, your strength training, your cardio work, your life, your job, if you do everything with some degree of intention and purpose. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Sorry, I started preaching on y'all. Unless you don't want that, then yeah, let me know. Other way. To make this a bit easier, you can also sit in a chair. This position is just not working for you. Alright guys, and we're gonna finish off with some deep squat rocking. So get into a good squat position. Just open up those hips, rock back and forth. You get that ankle mobility that we were just working on. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate y'all's feedback and y'all's love. If y'all like my videos, please give them a like. Leave me some feedback down in the comments. I want to know what y'all like, what y'all don't like, what y'all want to see in the future. Please let me know. It makes a huge difference and it means a lot to me. If you would please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, share it with your family, whoever you think may benefit from this. I think everybody in the world could do a little more mindful, purposeful movement. This has made a huge difference in my life, in my training, so I'm just trying to spread my knowledge and passion and share my journey with you guys. I am nowhere near perfect. I have my own limited ranges that I work through every day. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'll see y'all next time.